It's not a regular tour, no, it's a studio tour, so come show us your stuff.
Hello, I'm Christian and I'm here to make the Magpie Pirates studio tour. So what you see in the background is my studio slash workspace where I spend most of my free time. So yeah, let's go through this in a bit of detail and look at all the stuff that I have collected through the years. I should mention this when I moved in here, this was a garage, concrete walls, everything. So all the walls are now OSB, and all the furniture that is here, like shelves and stuff, is custom made to fit this space and my work flow and my head, I guess. So yeah, so that's everything is, and that's what I do here. I make music, I make videos, I make electronics, and I build or refine the space and fix stuff. So quite a lot of different angles here. So let's look at this. And I might add, I am looking at the Magpie Fest. It's wrapping up right now while watching this or making this. So let's start over here. This is the door into my space. And just to the left when you get in is my component stash. And here is all the components for making my modular synth, which I'm making now, or any of the Arduino stuff that I also do. So here's a whole box full of Arduinos, for example. Yeah, loads of components. And yeah, I love cardboard boxes that are the same size, so that way you can really organize things. You'll see a lot of that during this tour, I guess. Moving along to the first section, so the whole studio workspace is built up on sections, and in this first section is paper, projects, in and out stuff, logistics, more components, and my electronics workspace. So this is where I sit and solder stuff and do videos of me building electronic stuff, I guess, basically. I built a few PCBs, so these are the prototyping board, which I'm working quite a lot with right now. Yeah. And yeah, everything is built to suit my needs. So here's all my cable management, the Arduinos, shelves with more components, measuring tools, and yeah. And this is my solder suction slash magnifying glass thingy. And that is connected up, which goes over there to my vacuum, which is connected to a vacuum, and there's also my air cleaner for getting rid of dust in the air and stuff like that. So moving over to the next section. This section is the camera and computer workspace. So this is where I sit and edit my videos. I surf the web, look at Simon the Magpie and Magpie Pirates videos, and yeah. this area often flows over to this area, so lots of stuff and ideas about things to build and stuff like that. Nothing more to say about that, I guess. So the next section is the studio, I would say then. So what this tour is really about. So the music studio. And this one is not finished. This is a work in progress. This part of the table is built. This one is going to be tucked away a bit nicer, which isn't done yet, so there's just OSB there, but it's supposed to be tucked away a bit better. Up top there is going to be a slanted shelf out for all my Eurorack synths, which don't fit in these two over here. So here's my modular I'm building right now, and I work in Pro Tools, so I have and I work in Pro Tools 8, which is a really old Pro Tools, but it works for me, and therefore I have a Command 8. Here on this is my repair stash right now, so I have a percussion I just fixed and a Proteus 2, which I haven't been able to fix yet, and a Matrix 1000, which I don't have the money to fix yet, and a Casio MT400V, which I actually found in the trash, and it works fine. It was quite a fun little gadget. Alright, moving along. So I have been collecting synthesizers for 25 years, so I have quite a few, and they take up space. So these shelves here, this is my stash of just all the stuff that I have, and those are movable, and I used to have cranks down here which I could move them from side to side, but it was always jumping off the chain and stuff like that, and it was a drag. So nowadays instead I've motorized them, so this is gonna sound a bit, but we need to do this to get to the next section. Alright, so now we get in here, and then we can access all the synthesizers I have lying around here, and they are, this is a Bit 1, this is a Cat Odyssey, no, SRM Cat, Octave Cat, the Cat, and then we have the Moog Opus 3, a Juno 2, the Yamaha CS01, small, one of those small synthesizers that looks like a toy but is a really nice synthesizer. There's a programmer. This one is a Korg DW8000, and in here we have a JX8P, and then we have a micro machine down here, and this is a really old but really nice digital mixer. It's the Panasonic DA7 or Ramsa DA7. Not much information about it. Motorized faders, 32 channels in, and yeah, so I've used this a long time, but when I got this one I started using that one instead, this one is going to be connected to all this stuff. Alright, so the next thing here is the song booth, and that is in this area. Let's see if that's in the way. And because of all the stuff I have and all the space restrictions, I put quite a lot of things in the roof. So this here is the song booth that you flip out like that, and you add the microphone. I use a Studio Project C3, and once you get in here it gets very dark. I have lights in here, it's not connected right now, but it's very dampened sound actually, just by these. It's some equipment I bought and just the packaging material. So in there it's very nice sound. So when I need to record good vocals, that's what I bring out. Another thing that's also in the roof, and that is also part of the music studio, is my jam table. Let's call it that. And that is also a work in progress, as many things in this studio. There. Yes. So here are all my drum machines and groove boxes and stuff like that. Here's another one of my treasures, the TV303 with its accompanying drum machine, the TR606. And then we have a TB3, so it's a clone of this one by Roland themselves. And then loads and loads of drum machines from Roland mostly. Up there is a mixer and some effects. And yeah, some pedals. I sometimes have a iPad sitting here. And I have a few other things that I'm planning on putting in this setup. I've done a few just simple plays on this on my YouTube channel, I think, or if it was on my Patreon, I don't know, but it's very nice. You stand here, you get everything connected. I got the idea from some artist I found on the when I was watching YouTube performance, and that was also I wanted to have this principle on the shelf here as well, on the studio table. And so I started with that, and I actually had a board standing all the way up. And that's how this came about, because it was only good up until here. Then you really want to have speakers at this level. So I need to make pockets, and then I needed my monitors, and they weren't good standing up, so they needed to be there. And then when I got up here, then I needed more space for the rack, so then I instead turned it outwards, and am going to build it out up here like so instead, and have 3 rack spaces like so. But that's not done yet. And so here, so that is the music part of this studio, I guess, the studio where I sit and mix and produce. Since song booth and jam table. And then all those things I said was going to be on that rack space on top of my studio table is down here, and I'm not gonna go through all these, but here's just loads and loads and loads of synthesizers, mostly a bit of effects and stuff like that, and just things that I found and things that's been given to me and things I bought, of course. Here's a Porta Studio found in the trash. Here is one of my most precious items, which was actually found in the trash. And so it's a ULT sound, and so I just saw it in the electronics bin, and I saw this on the back, and I thought that looks like some sound outputs. This must be something nice. And indeed, and this beautiful beast is in there. So never waste an opportunity to check the electronics bin of your local trash thingy. So moving along, here's some tools on a French cleat system to just be able to move them around if I want to. And that just continues in these 3 sections. So here's all my cables and stuff that I use for all my projects and stuff like that, all in these just standardized 20 by 30 boxes that is just stashed from bottom to top with stuff. And the same is in here, and also here with quite a lot of books and paper and stuff. Here loads and loads and loads of old records and a bit bigger stuff just standing there. It's taking up space because I don't have the heart to get rid of all my old records. So here's my tools cabinet, inspired by Adam Savage, and built it because he is also a hoarder and also is pursuing the art of effectiveness in the workshop. Also some notes about stuff to do and things to think about. Coming to the next station, here's a green screen, and this is the 3D printer slash CNC part of the studio. So here's my M3D small 3D printer. Here's the Makesmith CNC machine, filament stuff, more 3D printers and stuff. And here is just stuff. There's a lot of things. My printer, and here's a small foldable studio for taking pictures of good quality for web shops and stuff like that. Here's some electronics stuff I did a long time ago, the Mad Mouse synthesizer. That's an EQ, I think. And down here, more stuff. And this, yeah, lots of delinquent youth stuff. Some instruments from around the world. There's some tape recorders which will become something. And a TV that I use for Raspberry Pi kind of stuff. And yeah, and there was the air control system. So here's a box which either sucks in air and filters it, or pushes air out, or drags air in, depending on what I want. And here's the string parts, so trying to keep them to have as many instruments as possible, trying to learn to play the guitar. I started with the ukulele to try to learn. I'm left-handed, so the strumming is a bit difficult, and also taking chords, it's really backwards, but I kind of got the hang of it with the ukulele, and then I went on and bought a electric guitar. I've had a bass guitar for some reason for years. Haven't used that as much either. And then my daughter started to play drums, which gave me a good reason to buy drums. So I have quite a good Roland drum set, V-drums as well. And that's it. Lots of rambling. I didn't talk too much about the studio, I guess. It's more the space. It's difficult. The space in itself is the important thing, and I have a saying: it doesn't matter what you do, it's that you do that counts. And I kind of felt that it resonated very well with one of the songs from Simon's album recently. It's not about how you do it, it's about why you do it. It's not the same, but it's like, why do we do things? Why do we do creative stuff? No matter if it is making a space that fits my mind, or if it's music, or if it's electronics, or whatever it is we're doing. It's important that we do it, and why we do it, not how we do it, or what we do. So with that, I leave my rambling to someone else. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer as much as I can. Or in the Discord, of course. Just ping me there. I think I'm Sourcery. I'm not sure. Anyway, take care. Bye.